Oh, hi guys! Welcome back to another live stream. Today, guys, we'll be doing a course guide, my Imagine John Lennon collection, of course. Imagine John Lennon is, of course, a 1988 documentary about John's life from 1940 to his murder, tragedy murder in 1980, of course. Of course, before I read the chat, um, my dad saw this movie in the theaters, of course, at the Uptown Theater closing the Fear's Gone. It got demolished in 2003, of course. Before we start, I will show everything of my magic. I have one, two, three, four, five. Five things of Imagine, John Lennon from 1988. Of course, before I will show the whole collection in 1 minute into live stream. We could see, of course, guys, the Imagine collection. Are you guys ready to see the first thing? The first thing I have is the 2005 DVD release from the library. Here there parts with the code number. Here's the front, spine, and the back. There's the special features, and there's the one in the movie. 106 minutes. The Lennon cover from 1980, Michael Johnson from 1988, and there's a copyright. And at the time, you could you could have the soundtrack album, of course, on Warner Capitol Records, cassette and CD, and read the book, and it's by Warner Brothers. Special features on here are I Threw It to John Lennon, the man, the music, the memories of the filmmakers, John Lennon trivia track, Never Before performance of Imagine by John Lennon on acoustic guitar, Never Before seen Island House footage from Tennessee Estate, John Lennon Truth Be Told, BBC radio interview with William Ernest Burgoyne, headmaster at John Lennon Grammar School, and a theology trailer for Adam Warner TV supply as well. It's on 6 minutes, that means 1 hour and 46 minutes. Here's the disc. There's a picture of John. It says Imagine on it by Warner Home Video. It's on DVD video. And the US is R, rated R, and Canada's 14A. And it says on the bottom, it says adult combo. You have to watch it with an adult to watch Imagine. It's a great movie. If you saw Imagine, if you've never seen it, I recommend it. It came out in 1988, October of that year. 1988, of course. Next up, we have the Imagine original motion picture soundtrack on CD. I read the soundtrack. My dad saw it, Imagine, in the cinemas like 5 times in 1988. That is correct. He saw 5 times. I hope we get someday a Blu-ray release of Imagine. I don't think so. We will ever get a Blu-ray Imagine. Why? I've seen on Blu-ray there. It said there is a Blu-ray. Maybe it's only in some countries. Oh no. Here's the front, spine, the other side, and the back. From Real Love to Imagine. 21 songs. And it says rated R. It says rated R. The soundtrack is not rated R. The movie is rated R right there. You see what the age rate is rated R. Dolby Stereo Select Features is by Warner Brothers, and this album was released by Apple and Capitol Records. Before I open him, this was released a few days after the film was released in the theater, of course. Here's the CD. Of course, here is the booklet. When I'm showing the booklet, of course, Imagine John Lennon was very successful, probably the theater one. It was when the John Lennon came out in 1988. People think this was at the time this book, this document. There was a John Lennon biography called "The Lives of John Lennon." It's not a great book to read. Of course, it's like controversial book about, of course, John's. It never happened. The writer Albert Goodman, I believe, died. He died, unfortunately. That's why he The book is never good. If you have that book, I don't want to read it. Of course, I read it once at the library. I remember getting on a hold and I hated it after reading it. Here's the CD for Imagine John Lennon. No fingerprints, no scratches. There's the CD. I like the picture of John. This is not on the 12-1 library version. Maybe you know why. Maybe they couldn't have. It's very rare. I wasn't this album was only available on one CD to hear of John's greatest hits. And there's an unreleased version of Wheel Love, never before released before the Beatles Anthology in 1995. Of course, here's the CD again. Next up, we have my own DVD copy of Imagine John Lennon. The library comes from 2005. This is also from 2005. Here's the front, spine, and the back. There's the same special features. But in the UK, they have a 2-disc special edition. That's cool. And the one time, it's the same one time, and people bought this. This has never been broadcast here in Toronto. Maybe it has, and I don't know what was the last time it was shown. DVD. Here's the DVD. No insert, unfortunately. No insert. When I first got it, never come. I checked some DVDs on eBay, and they had no inserts in it. Of course, it's just the movie DVD. Just the DVD disc, and that's it. It just says, of course, the DVD disc says Imagine John Lennon. That's it. Because that's it. It says deluxe edition. It's the deluxe edition, 1 disc DVD. It doesn't have from John in there. Next up, we have the Imagine book. In 1988, a book company released a photo book of John's whole life from his life from 1942 to his grandmother's murder in 1980, of course. And this book was released around this. I'm going to Google it right now. When did Imagine John Lennon book 1980 come out? The book Imagine John Lennon. It was served to the compilation of the 1988 film Imagine John Lennon. It was published in October 1988. We don't know what month, what day. Oh, there it is. They have a confirmed one. Come from Goodreads. It says December 19th, 1988. It came out. Oh, look. Is aware. Is Imagine John Lennon book from 1988 where? It is screaming where. It looks sad. It is a screaming where to find a book copy of this. This is a library. This is a good. It's a little damaged on the back. It's okay. It says on. Look at this. The price at the time in Canada was $49. Almost $50. It's a coffee table book. I really love this book. It's a good book, photo book. I recommend if you never have it, go get it. Next up, last week, of course, I got my own copy of the Imagine book. Of course, I'm happy I got my own copy. Of course, I really enjoyed this book. It's a great story about John's life. Of course, and I'm gonna show you some pages. Fun. Here's a nice photo of John, right there with Yoko. This book is so rare. I can't believe this book is so rare to find now. I thought maybe easy to find, like book maybe some used bookstore. I'm guessing have this book. You know why? They never reprinted it probably. They probably did, And I believe there is, my dad else has a paperback copy. The paperback copy is at least the same as the one I just showed. It's a little bit smaller. Now I'm going to show you guys an ad to see a Imagine John Lennon in 1988. I will show the ad in 3, 2, 1. Here it is, guys. This is the ad, of course. It played in Toronto, imagine. And I read all the showtime. I read some of the showtime. I will just read Uptown and the Yorkdale. Of course. Uptown 2 was it was only on the Uptown 1. I believe there was an error move playing in the Uptown 1. Uptown 2 was at daily at 1:30, 3:35, 5:35, 7:45, and 9:45. Obviously your boy, of course. Of course. Friday at 6:40, 9 o'clock. Saturday and Monday, 1:30, maybe free a matinee, 3:50 matinee, 6:40, 9 o'clock. Yorkdale shopping center daily at 1:45, 4:15, 7:15, and 9:50. That's late. How long is this movie? I will ask Google. How long is the Imagine John Lennon 1980? 1 hour and 46 minutes. It's 1 hour and 46 minutes. That's a long movie. Who could watch all of it? Who would see at 9:50 p.m.? That is a late movie. Of course. Before it was played at the Uptown 3 once. I believe when it was fading out in the theaters, they had to put another theater in the Uptown. It was probably a big one, you know why? Probably people went to see it. People went to see twice. People probably. You know why? It was probably a popular movie. You know why? John Lennon was big on the big screen probably that time. You know why? And if you saw Imagine John Lennon in maybe in the theaters or maybe digital or DVD or VHS, if you have a DVD, if you had a DVD copy in your collection, how was your first seeing it in the theater? I made me think it was maybe good to see John Lennon on of course, the big screen. You know why? He was huge probably. See him on the screen. I'm finding an ad right now for Uptown 3. I can't find it, sorry, brother. One is the age group for Imagine John Lennon 1988. Let's see together. Oh. Okay, I asked. I'm Google. The documentary Imagine John Lennon is rated R in the States. Oh, it's rated R, of course. That's probably why. Thank you guys so much for watching today's live stream. Of course, peace and love, and have a good night.